This is INCRadio, DCEM 954, the voice of truth, the official radio station of the Church of Christ, or Iglesianicristo.
Evening. Hello to all of our viewers and listeners out there. You are watching INC Radio Sacramento.
Whenever we need him, he's always there. There's no one else who does what he can do. Each time we seek him, oh, he always cares. Don't ever fear, he's just a prayer away.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to INC Radio Sacramento all over the world. Thank you so much for joining us. You are here with Madeline on INC Radio Sacramento. We all know we have very busy lives, and the important things we do day after day can be very, very time consuming. But some of us have found a hobby that really makes us happy. It can balance out our lives and bring happiness and joy in our lives to recharge us so that we can do the necessary tasks in our as our best selves. And for some of us, we've made that happy hobby into maybe an income source or even a full-on career. And that's what we're going to be talking about today, all about hobbies. But before we go into that main topic, I do want to welcome everyone to our INC Radio Sacramento chat on YouTube. You're welcome to go on and join the conversation, chat your greetings and hellos into the chat box and join the conversation. And we will do our best to read all of your comments, read some of them out loud. You're welcome to also send your shout outs on there. And so the question of the day is, what is or was your hobby that brings you happiness? And go ahead and tell us how long you've been doing this hobby of yours. So I'm going to put that in the chat. And while we have that chat waiting for everyone to comment and share, I do want to introduce our guest for the day. She is a familiar face, but it's been a little bit. It's been a little bit of time since she's been on. Isabel, go ahead and unmute your mic. Join us in the conversation. Say hello, your shout outs. Tell us where you're from.
Hi, I'm Isabel. I'm from Lathrop in Northeast California. It's like in the very center of California. But yeah, it's nice to be here.
Awesome. Thank you so much for being with us. It's so nice to have you here. So I know Isabel personally, be working together on projects years ago for the entire district of Northeast California. Isabel is wonderful to work with. She's amazing and she has so much talent. And so it's so awesome to have her joining us here. And I wanted to ask, can you guess, maybe just guess, a couple of maybe what you think would be 3 very common hobbies in the US that possibly might be on this list that we're going to go through today?
Ooh, I don't know. I think some of them are going to be sports, basketball,
Okay.
volleyball. Those are good hobbies.
That's
I
a
think
really good
one
hobby.
could be cooking. I know a lot of moms love to cook. That's a great hobby because it
Okay.
helps everybody else in the family too.
It helps everybody out.
One, I think knitting. I think people
Okay.
knit now.
So sports, cooking, and knitting. Okay. let's go ahead and dive into this list. Actually, before I do that, I do want to already share that we already have one person who's greeting us. Um, one of our fan favorites. Thank you so much, Elenita Kanowski from hashtag NCL Sacramento. Hi, Sacramento. She's saying happy Saturday, greetings from Sacramento, enjoy, and hello, Sister Madeline. Hi, Sister Elenita. That's so sweet of you. Hi. We also have another familiar name. And we might remember his face. JJ Robledo is there. Greetings from Fairfield. He is in Fairfield attending the Tigisan ng Talino, or intelligence competition in translation, for the children group. Who are the children are the contestants for the day. They're all in Fairfield right now, and they are having a friendly competition about Bible information, Bible history. So that is so fantastic. Thank you, JJ, for being there and for um, um, being almost a representative, bringing that to the show. And thank you. And we just had one more person jump on, Vincente. Oh, somebody who you might know. Was it
I
Belle?
think it might be.
Who is Vincente? Who is this?
That is my papa. Hi.
Hi, greetings from hashtag NCL Lathrop. So that's so nice. Everyone's here. Thank you, everyone. So feel free to answer the question of the day. What is or was your hobby that brings you happiness, and how long you've been doing that? And we'll go into this list of the most 10 popular hobbies in the United States right now in 2025. So according to this website, number one is cooking and baking. So cooking and baking, that's number one. I agree. I think it's very common, and it's super joyous and fulfilling to cook and bake, not just out of necessity to feed your families, but it can definitely be a fun hobby. What do you think about cooking and baking, Isabel?
I love cooking and baking. Actually, one of my hobbies is baking. I personally do it to
Mhm.
relax, but I love like seeing everybody eat my food and they're like, "Oh, it's so good." I'm like, "Thank you. I worked so hard. Thank you. Thank you." Oh,
Oh, perfect.
those are my
Oh,
cookies
Tech is
now.
right on it. We got some images showing from Isabel's. Yeah, we can show them. So
The one
Isabel
on
had some
top
cookies. Yes, the one
was
on top.
matcha cookies.
Oh,
Oh,
those are not matcha cookies. We'll talk about
they
those in a
were matcha
second.
cookies, but the one on top were matcha cookies. I'm just
Huh?
learning how to make those right now. And then the ones on
Okay.
the bottom were just chocolate chip
Chocolate
cookies.
chip cookies. All sounds very delicious. We can talk for hours about food. My mouth is already salivating because I had matcha cookies from Japan recently. A friend
Ooh.
went to Japan and brought matcha cookies, so that looks amazing, fantastic. What is on the side of that with the spoon?
Oh, that's ice cream. So I like to like make like ice cream sandwiches and just like
Mm-hmm.
those
Ooh,
are
and
crinkle cookies made
chocolate
from
crinkles.
cocoa powder. Yeah.
Yum. I think there's one more. What is this?
Oh, those are I don't know what they're called, but they're
That
like
looks so good.
pastries. There's like custard inside and strawberry, like a custard
Yeah.
strawberry pastry. They're
Are they
nice.
soft or are they kind of crunchy? Like
They're
the
both like crunchy on the outside and then on the inner parts they're more soft. It's really
ooh,
good. I use
ooh,
like
that sounds
banana
so
or vanilla
yummy.
pudding.
That sounds so yummy. Okay, so recap. These are the matcha on top, and then
Yeah.
the chocolate chip cookies on the bottom with some ice
Yeah.
cream. And then there was another photo of more
Crinkle
cookies,
cookies.
crinkle cookies. And
Yep.
then there was that photo. What was that last photo? Kuya Tech, we have that last photo. And it's okay if we have to revisit some of those yummy looking pictures. Totally fine by me. So that looks really good. Okay, and there's the next one. These chocolate chip cookies are tiny and yummy. I can like eat like 17 of those. And there was that last photo. What was that photo? It was the cookies. There were cookies.
Cookies? Oh,
Mhm.
the pastries? The ones with strawberry and pudding
Mm,
in it?
well, there was one more. They were kind of like around, they were kind of like bigger than the littler ones. These ones.
Oh, those are matcha cookies too. That's the
Oh,
first
those are
batch
the
I've
matcha.
ever made. They came out pretty
Oh,
flat.
okay. Yeah. Yeah. It's very chemistry, but it looks so good.
Very
Everyone online, doesn't that look delicious? There's people are San Ramon NWC is saying hello, well, from San Ramon locale. My mom is answering. Hi, mom, Laura Sedeco. Hi, mom. She's answering. My hobby is puzzles. She does make puzzles, and then we help her like glue them on, and she hangs them. So that's cool. She does them with my dad. So that's a hobby. And a good morning, brethren, from Ka'alin. Hi, Ka'alin, one of our ministers here in the district. Greetings from Fairfield. And then JJ is answering the question. My hobby, collecting INC media cards as well as other propagation materials. So things like pamphlets, other cards, things like that. They are really uniquely made, and they're kind of, you can tell, like, we have many designs over the years. So that's kind of a cool one, collecting those INC media cards. I've been doing it ever since the first one came out like 10 years ago. Wow. And I love the creative department. Yes, that's so cool. Hashtag NCL Fairfield. Very awesome. Thank you for sharing that. I'm getting a lot of hearts on that. Thank you, everybody. Good. JJ, you're getting hearts. And then Caselso. Hi, Caselso. Another one of our ministers from Happy Viewing from Reno and Carson City. So thank you for joining us. So nice to have everyone joining us this morning or afternoon or evening, wherever you are. Alrighty, going back to our list here. The second one is crafts. So I guess in general, crafts. So we'll come back to crafts. We'll come back to that. So that can be a lot of things. The third one is, the word just says pets. So what do you think that means? Does it mean
as a hobby?
like walking your pets, or maybe purchasing special items for your pets? I know people like to dress their pets or take care of their pets. a little foreshadowing for our future in the show. Thank you, Kriya Tech. When we discuss, Isabel's going to share more of her arts and crafts, and specifically what her arts and crafts hobby is. So we'll go into that just a little bit later. We're almost there. But the pets. I do spend a lot of time on my pet, but also a lot of money on my pet. So that might be a reason why it's a hobby. Do you have pets, Isabel?
I have 2 dogs. I have one big one and one small one. We try to teach them tricks, but I don't know. They just don't know. They just don't. But they're so very
But
cute
they're
hobby.
so cute. Okay.
Very
I think it's very cute. Okay, awesome. The next one is gardening. So I think that's a big one too. Either gardening fruits and vegetables, or fruits, or maybe fruits and vegetables, or flowers, or maybe it's just designing. It could be a lot of things. It can be even just maintenance, and that's good exercise. That's good physical activity. So whatever that is, that's a cool one. Listening to music or creating music.
Ooh, that's cool. I've actually been creating music recently.
You
So that's
have.
really cool.
Very cool. Are you gonna share it sometime?
No, no, I won't be. But it's a really fun hobby.
It is really fun. You sing, right?
I do,
Isabel, you
yes, I'm in
sing?
choir.
Yes, you sing. You're in choir. Do you play instruments? I feel like you
I
do.
do.
I feel
I
like I
was in
noticed about
band
you.
in high school. I
Yes,
played the
you were.
clarinet.
That's so cool. Okay, I only did like a couple lessons of piano when I was a kid.
Me too. I couldn't get the
Long
hang of
story
it.
short. Yeah, long
Very
story
hard.
short, my sister fired our piano teacher when she was like
Oh,
12.
oh
Hi, Atha. Shout out to Tata Aubrey. Sacramento. We'll could talk about that another show.
no.
So do you so far agree with the list? Everyone, what do you think? And also Isabel, cooking, baking, crafts, pets, and gardening and music.
This
Those are
is
the
a
top
very
5.
good list.
I think
I
that's a very good list too. Let's see if
Next
there's
one. I didn't
anyone
know that
who
was a
shared.
hobby, but
What
that's
was
pretty
it?
cool. I didn't know pets was a hobby, but it's pretty cool.
Yeah, I mean, in my mind, my pet is a responsibility, but also part of the family. But again, it's broad. It just has the word pets on it. So I don't know. The last 5 we'll kind of zip through is sports. So you're right, Isabel, your guess was sports. All types of sports and activities. Fitness is the next one. So maybe not necessarily a sport, but fitness in general. And then number 8 is fine arts. So general art, painting, and drawing. I agree. I think that's a super popular one and very, very fulfilling if that's your outlet. Reading, I agree. I think that's a good one. Do you like reading? Are you like a
Oh,
book reader and you go to like a chair somewhere cozy
I
and read?
can't read.
Okay, let's clarify. Isabel can read, but
I can
but
read,
yeah,
not for
but
fun.
not for fun.
I'm a listener. I'm a music listener.
You're a listener. People like
Yeah,
their, eyes and ears
I can
is
listen to
different.
audiobooks. I love audiobooks.
you
Reading
know,
like that is hard.
I totally understand where you're coming from. Um, I okay, let's get everyone a chat. Let's get everyone in the chat involved in this because reading can be very, very, very fun and fulfilling. And I know people who will be so excited about a book and they will actually make time to go off to the side and have some alone time and read their book, and they'll read the book for like 2 or 3 days straight, like the whole
Mm.
story. So I can understand that's like very much a hobby, and I would love to get to that level because I think that it's so creative and fun in your own way. But
Sweet.
I like to see, and like I'll watch movies, you know, um, or like I'll hear. So like
Right.
audiobooks are fun, but I also like reading too, just maybe not the extent of like a hobby.
People that
But
read are very creative. They can make a whole world in their mind. I think that's
that's
amazing.
true. And I think it attributes to the book writer too. So good job to the authors. And then the last hobby is watching TV. I think it's easy and accessible. Yes. Okay,
My
so
favorite. Love TV.
okay, so at the end of the day, you just like to, if there's no other, hobby that's accessible in the moment, do you just sit on the couch and watch TV?
I think that's everyone's hobby. Everyone does that.
I agree. I think if you are someone who grew up watching TV or having a TV in your house, I think it's an easy way to kind of pass some time and relax. So absolutely, watching TV is definitely on this list. So we all think we agree on this list. Let's see if anyone is commenting about our list. No, I don't. Everyone, I think, pretty much agrees with the list. So we'll keep on going. Um, so that was that. So now, Isabel, you talked a little bit already about your baking. So how did you start baking and how long have you been baking and what introduced you to baking?
I started baking, like in college. I did live in an apartment while I was in college.
Mhm.
And, you just have some free time. And I had the kitchen to myself. I started baking. It was not good at first. I had very ugly cookies. So I literally had to learn the chemistry of a cookie to
Uh-huh.
make it nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, I started learning chemistry just to bake. It was very fun. I thought it was.
Okay. So I want to, okay. If you have a tip, so first of all, Kuya Tech, if we can go in grid view, so um, everyone can view Isabel and I at the same time, and that would be nice. And so, Isabel, when you learned when you learned chemistry, and then you got that, do you have tips? Is what I'm trying to get at. Do you have any tips for anyone who might
Yes.
be wanting to start baking, or maybe their cookies are ugly?
Right, right. Mine, when I first
Mhm.
started, always came out like thick, like
Oh,
they wouldn't flatten. And
I
I
love
learned
that.
that it's because you put too much flour. If you put too much flour,
Okay.
it won't flatten. But
Okay.
if your
Okay.
eggs are too soaky, not eggs, if your butter's too soaky, like they're not
Too much?
hard,
Like
they're
too
like
much?
too
Oh, melted. Melted.
melted. They're too
Okay.
melted, it'll come out
Mhm.
super flat and greasy. So you gotta get that perfect
Mm.
area. I still
Okay.
mess up sometimes too.
Which is okay,
You
everyone.
saw the
It's just
pictures.
a hobby. No, they look great. They look great. Right, everyone? Didn't they look great?
Thank you.
Okay, so okay, everyone. So if it's too much flour, was it also dry or was it kind of hard?
Yes, it came out
Okay.
dry and hard,
So
like a
too much
biscuit.
flour, if it's too dry or too round. I do like round cookies though. But if it's
Yeah.
dry, then yeah, it's a little then Isabel's saying too much flour. And then if it's a little too flat, then maybe instead of melting the butter, maybe soften the butter or let it sit on the counter and then blend it in. Okay. Awesome. Okay, there you go, everyone. Tips from Isabel.
Nice cookie.
Yes. And then let's go ahead and talk about your other hobby. We saw a little sneak peek of the pictures earlier. So, Kuyatek, go ahead and show some of the pictures. Isabel, go ahead and tell us what your other hobby is.
This is my favorite hobby ever. I've been doing it since I was 9 years old. Shout out to my mom. She's the one
Aw.
that taught me it. It is crochet. Not knitting,
Ooh.
crochet. Just one.
Okay.
It is so
Just
fun.
one needle. Okay.
If anybody wants to do it, I would say please do. I encourage it.
If
It's so fun, so relaxing.
if you are seeing these pictures right now, everyone, she had a bouquet of sunflowers. And then she had like blue flowers in like a flower pot. And now it's like a little baggie with what is that, eggs and avocado?
It's an avocado toast bag, and the egg is like a
It's a
pocket.
pocket. So there's a fork and spoon
Yes.
in the pocket. Oh,
Yes.
wow. And then there's more of her pictures of little
Those
tiny
are
blue flowers in like a flower
roosters.
pot. What
Oh,
is it?
those are chickens.
And then there's chickens in a basket. Little chickens. Little chickens if you're not seeing it. And then there's a beautiful display of like a bouquet of like, is this purple and white roses in like that
Pink and white. Yes.
pink and white and roses just together. So that looks so pretty. Thank you, Kriyatek, for showing us those photos. And the reason why I want to describe it is because some of our viewers, especially in other parts of the world, are listening right now. It's really late at night or early morning for them, and they're listening to radio. But she had beautiful, colorful figures made out of yarn. So explain to everyone what's the difference between knitting and crocheting. So you mentioned there's a needle amount difference there.
Yes. So
Okay.
the difference is that crochet has a lot more stitches. So you have to learn a lot of different stitches, and it has like one hook. For knitting, it's two hooks, a little more hard, and it's just one consistent type of stitch. It gets confusing a lot, I know, but they do look different if you look a little more.
Okay. If you have the expert eye, unlike myself, it will look different, everyone.
They'll look
And
different, I promise.
I associate knitting more with like clothing or blankets or blanket throws,
Right,
like
yes.
that kind of knitting. And then crocheting, you can make more shapes or you create
Yes.
more structured figures.
Right,
Yeah.
right.
Okay.
Yes.
I wasn't quite sure. I'm guessing. Okay.
No, you're
So
right,
that-
you're right.
Okay, that makes sense. Awesome. So tell us, first of all, how you got into that. You might have a little bit already, but also why it's your favorite.
My mom taught me when I was about 9 years old, and she just made these hats, and they're so cool. So I was like, I want to learn how to
Wow.
do that too.
Mhm.
But I was so bad at it. I cried. I was 9. Okay, I
Oh,
cried. I was like,
I
"Why
know it's like so much
you?"
pressure. Okay.
My mom was like, "It's okay, chill. You'll get it."
Mhm.
And I did. And then now
Mhm.
I can make like plushies, like, and I can make bouquets, and I can make clothes too. It's really fun.
That
It's very
sounds
frustrating at first, but really
okay.
fun.
That sounds so fun. And it sounds so artistic, but also you come out with this product that like you can sometimes wear or you can just like hold or have around, decorate places with. So, why does it bring you happiness? What about it is it so joyful for you?
I think personally it brings me happiness because let's see. It relaxes me, and I like when people see it and they're like, "Whoa, how'd you do that?" And I'm like, "Oh, now I could tell them about it, and then they could possibly do it." I've taught a lot of people how to crochet, and just
Mhm.
seeing that, it makes me so happy.
Oh,
I'm like, "I
wow.
can share this with you. Thank you for letting me share this with you."
Yeah. Oh, I love that. What's really cool about certain hobbies is that when it's something that you can share, it feels not just you're touching your own like life, it's not your own happiness, but you're giving happiness to others. And that's how
Yes.
I feel about cookies. So just to say that.
That's how I feel about crochet too. I love giving my friends keychains. I love making them personal keychains and giving it to them.
I love that. That's
Yeah.
so cool. Wow. Okay. So I'm getting a few comments here. One of them stood out to me. Um, Laura from Roseville is saying, this is inspiring, Sister Isabel. Beautiful figures made out of yarn. That's very
Thank
nice.
you.
We have a couple of other comments before we move on. So, Febby Pineda saying gardening is very relaxing. Taking care of succulents and jade plants is so fun. It's so easy and fun to plant. Thank you so much for that. We have a greeting. Our one of the ministers here, our oh, my words. Brother Nemo, who is our CFO advisor, is saying hello and hello po to Northeast California. Good morning po to the our INC radio team, and thank you po, Sister Isabel, for sharing um, your wonderful talent. So wonderful. Brother Emmanuel Solovino is saying greetings from Fairfield locale. Hi, Fairfield. Happy viewing INC Radio Sacramento. And then welcome to INC Radio Sacramento. So thank you, everyone. And then more greetings, John Bennett Agustin. Oh, that is our new district multimedia advisor. So hello,
No.
Paul. Thank you for joining us, Paul. Saying good morning, everyone. Hashtag NCL Stockton. Hi, Stockton. And then congratulations to all who are at that Tagisan ng Talino, the like a friendly competition for the kids with Bible history and information. So yes, congratulations to all those who are participating. I know at least one person is from our local congregation in Roseville. So let's see how they all do. We're all rooting for everyone. And then we're going to take a little bit of a quick break to discuss a little bit of church news. Yes, congratulations to all of the participants at the Tagisan ng Talino in Fairfield today. We hope everyone had and is still having a great time over there. And then also last week and the other weeks prior, we've been having our Unity Game competitions, another friendly sport-based competition that our everyone here loves to do. It's quite popular. So congratulations first to the volleyball winners of the Unity Games 2025, also dodgeball and basketball. So our dodgeball winners, for the married Buklod, married member dodgeball winners, that's Fairfield. The Kadiwa or 18 and older, the single unmarried group. Dodgeball winner is the combo team of Fairfield and Elk Grove. Congratulations. Shout out to everyone. And then the Binhi or the baptized members, the youth members that are baptized, and to up to 17 years old, the dodgeball winners, Vallejo and Fairfield combo team. Congratulations, everyone. The married men's winner, the men's volleyball team married group winners is the combo team American Canyon and Fairfield. Yes. The Kadiwa 18 older and unmarried men's volleyball group winners are Sacramento. Congratulations, Sacramento. And then the Binhis, the kids, not the kids, I'm sorry, youth, the baptized to 17 men's or boys volleyball team was Roseville. Congratulations, Roseville. And then the women's team, volleyball winners, women's team married group, Roseville. 18 years old and combo with the Binhi and Kadiwa combo team volleyball winners, women's team Sacramento. Yes. And then for the all CFO women's winners basketball team is American Canyon. Congratulations, American Canyon. That's awesome. The Bookwood winners for basketball, American Canyon for, is this men's? I'm assuming this is men's. And then, or Kadiwa, the Kadiwa team basketball is American Canyon plus San Ramon combo. And then the Binhi group basketball is Fairfield. Congratulations. That's a lot. And that's a lot of winners. So everyone's so talented in sports. So congratulations, everyone. To the teams that placed in this year's Unity Games and to all the teams that participated. We look forward to the next Unity Games. Woo! Okay, shout out to everyone. And I'm sure the Let's see how wild the chat is going about that. I think
We
everyone is soaking in.
love
I
sports.
know the sports is fun. I think everyone is still tuning in at the Tagisan ng Talino, so we'll probably get more comments a little later. But thank you everyone for participating, and that is church news around our district in Northeast California. So we'll go back to Isabel before we kind of close here. If you had any advice for someone who might be feeling maybe they're feeling very busy with life, or they put down a hobby, and they're considering picking up that hobby, so whatever that might be. Do you have any advice or anything at least that you've experienced to share that might help this person?
I think the best thing to do is just go for it. It's gonna be hard at first. Everything is hard at first. Hobbies. I told you I cried when I started crocheting, and now I crochet a lot of things. It's gonna be hard, but you should do it. Even if you're busy. If you're a busy person, I think everyone should have a hobby because it's just to get away from that business, to feel more relaxed, and to be
Mm.
do something that you're proud of, you know?
Mm.
Learn
Oh,
something that
I
make you
like
feel
that.
proud that you did that. Like, yes, I made those cookies. Yes, I finished that crochet project. Just give yourself a little more happiness in a busy moment in time.
Oh, I like that. And I totally agree. I second that, everyone. You know, I have my hobbies as well. And as busy as life gets, always make time, first of all, for my priorities in life. So that is, and these are also fulfilling and bring me happiness too, personally, is, you know, doing my volunteer work for the church. Always being a part of something, you know, and then I have my work and all of those things, you know, that are sometimes enjoyable. Sometimes it's really busy, but you know, fulfilling things. But yes, I find that despite my busyness, always finding something that is a hobby of mine to bring me that joy. And what's really, really wonderful is that in the Church of Christ, we do have many, many, many departments and areas of artistry and expression, and just like our sports activity, lots of winners and participants with our unity games. We do have cook-offs. We have, you know, cooking competitions, just, you know, all for fun. And so if these are some of your hobbies, you have the church, definitely, the church here at Church of Christ has lots of opportunities for everyone to express or join in their hobby or their expertise or something, and then be part of like a church activity, which is always fun because it's not just sharing what we do, but it's a big group of support. And so I support Isabel. If she ever wanted to send me cookies, I support that. But also, if we ever have a baking competition, Isabel, I'll be rooting for you. So, you know, that,
So exciting.
yeah,
Yes.
so that might, you know, very much possible come down the pipeline pretty soon. We'll see. But anyway, so yes, I hope that I mean, find the time to do your hobbies. It balances life out, and it could be a very important part of your day. And maybe Isabel, if this becomes a business option for you to sell your stuff, maybe that's an option.
It is
See?
actually.
You know, lots of opportunities. Anyway, Isabel, we are wrapping down. We are wrapping up here. We're down at our last couple minutes. So if you have any last shout outs, now would be the time.
Shout out to Lathrop. Thank you for being a wonderful locale. Shout out to my family, my
Oh,
mom, my dad, my brother, everybody that is watching too. Thank you for your time.
yay. I love it. We have lovely Magpali. Good morning from Fairfield. And good job to all the kids participating today at the Tagisan ng Talino. Mercy Tayaba says, happy viewing to all brethren from hashtag NCL Stockton. And also, hi, Sister Isabel, is what she said. Thank you,
Aw,
everyone.
that was my choir leader at one point.
Oh,
Hi.
oh, that's very sweet.
He's
So
so
we,
sweet.
Yeah, I love that. Thank you, everyone, for joining us and for your comments and sharing in our chat. Before we end our broadcast, of course, we like to give our big special thank yous to those who make this broadcast possible to reach and entertain all of you. First and foremost, our brother Eduardo V. Manalo, our executive minister, deputy executive minister, brother Angelo Arano V. Manalo, our district minister, Ka Pedro de la Cruz Jr. Hi po. Our assistant district minister, brother Willie Santos, hello po. CFO advisor, Brother Nemo Pantaleon. Hi po. District Multimedia Advisor, who is new, and we welcome our new brother, Brother John Bennett Agustin. Hello po, and welcome to NCL Northeast California. INC Radio Station Manager, Brother Wally Taray. Hello po. And our executive producer, who is very involved and super helpful every time we have questions, is our brother Emmanuel Andaya. Hi po, and I hope you're not too busy po. Do your hobbies, Kuya Manly. And our entire INC Radio Sacramento crew and everyone watching and joining us. We cannot do it without you. Tune in next Saturday at 11 Pacific time for more conversations. Get ready, get set, get on INC Radio Sacramento. Bye, everyone.